Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Indiana Pacers. Tonight, guys, the Lakers suffered a loss tonight against the Indiana Pacers in a disappointing loss to them. The Indiana Pacers just gave the Lakers, or sorry, the Lakers, sorry, the Indiana Pacers just snapped the Lakers' 5 game winning streak, unfortunately. So, it is a disappointing loss, but at the same time, I kind of expected the Lakers was going to lose this game. I mean, with the way the Lakers were shooting throughout these past couple of games in this 5 game winning streak, it kind of seemed that it was going to lead to the point the Lakers were not going to have a good shooting night effort in this game, and that's what we witnessed tonight. I mean, the Lakers honestly suffered one of the the worst shooting in this game, and you can make the argument for this NBA season. As a team as a whole, the Los Angeles Lakers had averaged 16% from the three compared to the Indiana Pacers, who scored 32%. So you can say that Indiana did not have the best shooting, but compared to the Lakers, they were the better shooting team out there tonight against against the Lakers tonight. And the Lakers just offensively, they weren't there. The energy weren't there. They turned over the ball a lot in this game. And just looking at it, yeah, the Lakers turned over the ball 16 times to the Indiana Pacers 8. So across the board, I mean, this Lakers team just weren't in it. There was not a lot of energy in this game, and unfortunately, the Lakers, lose this game at the Indiana Pacers snapped their 5 game winning streak, unfortunately. But the good news is, let's talk about this. The good news is the Lakers have a chance on going on a 3 game winning streak at the after this loss tonight. So the Lakers will face Brooklyn on Sunday, and they will also face the Toronto Raptors in a back-to-back game. Including the Washington Wizards game. So, crossing our fingers, the Lakers bounce back from this loss and they go into a potential win streak, going on a 3 game winning streak, hopefully, because they'll be facing honestly one of the worst teams ahead of their schedule after this loss tonight. So there's a likelihood, it's a possibility, but we just have to wait and see if they live up to that and have that that mentality of to go into the next games and just go on a tear and potentially win, because this is crucial now. 8 games remaining of this NBA season for the Lakers to stack up as much wins they can and to hope that the Phoenix Suns, the Dallas Mavericks, the Sacramento Kings, the Golden State Warriors, you name them. They if they lose their games, but the Lakers keep on winning theirs, the Lakers could potentially move up in the standings. Right now, they're with the 9th seed. They could get the 8th. Our goal is to get the 7th seed, but it's surprising. You never know. Maybe the Lakers will get the 6th seed. It's still in reach because, like I said, the Suns are not playing well. The Dallas Mavericks, they are, back and forth with the Suns, and the Sacramento Kings, they're about in the same boat with those two teams. So you never know. If they lose their games, the likelihood is that the Suns will lose most games compared to others. So, it seems like it's going to be a likelihood. Maybe the Lakers will stay within the 9th, maybe get moved up with the 8th spot, maybe the 7th seed, something like that. So it's still in reach. 8 games remaining of the NBA season for the Lakers to make something happen and have a better seeding in the Western Conference at the end of this season. So, you know, stay strong, Lakers. Stay strong, Laker fans. I mean, this is just an opportunity where the Lakers just need to stack as much wins as they can and have a better advantage within the standings in the Western Conference. So, let's just hope that they just finish strong. Um, before I get into all of your comments and get into my analysis of this game and how this Lakers team lost this game against the Indiana Pacers, please be sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate if you guys show me the love, support all over social media, and of course on this channel, ZLN on YouTube. So please be sure to hit that notification bell once again and subscribe to the channel. The links will be in the description of this live stream. So it's in the links. Go check it out. All of my social media sites, including this channel as well. So it's going to be in the description as well. So hit that notification bell. Follow me all across social media. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. And without further ado, let's get some into your guys' comments. I'm seeing them coming in right now with Turbo. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. It is the same shit with the Lakers. They were doing good. They were in a 5-game winning streak, and they could not get it done. Get ready for the playoffs. If the Lakers meet the Nuggets, it's over. Yeah, I mean, it was a bad night for the Lakers. It was a disappointing night. I absolutely agree. Like I said, when it came down to my intro going into this live stream was that the Lakers, they just shot badly. They really shot bad. Honestly, one of the worst shootings of this NBA season for the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, they totaled 16% of their free throw attempts. So, and they only shot five. So, if I had to say who was the best shooter in this game, I would go to Rui Hachimura, who went 2 of 4 from the three, but it is just bad all around when it came to the Lakers shooting efforts. I mean, just looking at it right now, I mean, D'Angelo Russell, who was on a tear for us when it comes to his shooting, and since then he has been nothing but sensational for us. But tonight he was just had a bad game out there tonight. Had 6 points, 0 of 6 from the three, and managed to give us 3 rebounds and 5 assists with 1 steal and 1 block. So he had a bad night. But my hope is that he will bounce back, play against his former team, potentially, and ball out against his former team in the Brooklyn Nets on Sunday. So that could be a possibility that he will potentially just go on a tear in that particular game. But we just have to wait and see about that. And then Austin Reaves, even though he did put up a double-double performance with 16 points and 13 rebounds, he had a solid night. But at the same time, his shooting was horrible out there tonight. He went 1 of 7 from the three. So he also had a bad shooting night, bad offensive night for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, like I said, 16% from the three for the Los Angeles Lakers. This was honestly the worst out of this Lakers team when it comes to the shooting efforts. And that's the main reason why they lost this game. Now, in my last live stream, I mentioned that it was going to be a tough one for the Lakers because it's on the road and they're in Indiana. And most of the time, the Indiana Pacers do play well at home in their own home court. The Lakers in the past did beat them a couple of times, especially the big one when they won the NBA in-season tournament championship cup against the Indiana Pacers. So, this was just another opportunity where the Lakers just missed an opportunity in this one and didn't get the win that they wanted tonight against the Indiana Pacers. It's just a bad night. My hope is they will bounce back from this and maybe go on a 3-game winning streak because they are going to be facing some pretty bad teams ahead of the road trip that they're still on. So, still, it was a bad game, a shitty game. I get it. But at the same time, I mean, Lakers do have a chance to make the playoffs. And I said this in my last live stream, when it comes to if they will face the OKC Thunder or maybe the Denver Nuggets, it is another situation where it's like, the Lakers, if they do get the Denver Nuggets in the first round, there's a likelihood that they can, lit it up, and maybe they will. But I know it's kind of weird for me to say because Lakers have lost a couple of times, or they're on a losing streak with the Denver Nuggets so far. So they haven't really beat them this season for sure. But at the same time, I mean, they've been close. They've been close games, close matches, especially when LeBron, achieved a milestone in his NBA career, reaching 40,000 career points against the Denver Nuggets in that particular game, where in the first half they were leading the way, and I think they were like up by 10, maybe 12 points in that game in the first half. But then in the second half, they just completely collapsed in that particular game. But, like I said, there were times the Lakers came up so close against beating the Denver Nuggets at times this season, but it's just once again they just can't get over the hump. But I think once playoff time approaches and LeBron James, playoff LeBron, Anthony Davis showing his skill set, his ability, and Rui Hachimura, Austin Reaves, those guys, if they just play the way that they did last season in the postseason when they went on that playoff run, where we reached the Western Conference Finals, which nobody expected the Lakers will do last year. But you never know. I mean, it is a possibility that they will face the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs because they have been losing games this season, the past couple of games now. I mean, they are on a 2-game losing streak at this point. I might be mistaken, but because let me see here. Yeah, because they're on a 2-game losing streak because they lost to the Suns 2 days ago, and now tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Um, so far, they are, I think, within the standings now. I think they're second, I believe. I might be mistaken. No, no, they're the third seed in the Western Conference. So I can understand why Turbo, you mentioned that the Lakers could meet them in the playoffs. So maybe that's why you brought them up. But yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, but at the same time, I think the Lakers do have a chance, but it sort of remains to be seen if they step up in that particular matchup if they do face them in the playoffs. But you had to get through the play-in to make that happen. So, we just have to wait and see. Let's see here more from Turbo. The Lakers will make the playoffs, but the Lakers won't pass the Nuggets. That's why hopefully some other team knocks the Nuggets, and then the Lakers have a chance of winning the championship. Yeah, I mean, that will be a miracle if that will happen. But the Denver Nuggets, they have been a really good NBA team this season, and they have been one of the top teams in not just the Western Conference but the NBA, and or maybe not. I mean, the Boston Celtics have been playing good this season, but the Nuggets are like first, second best team in the NBA. But when it comes to Western Conference, they have been very competitive. But for sure, um, it'll be amazing if a team does knock them out. Just looking at the standings, if the Lakers do stay within the ninth seed at the end of this season and just go into the play-in, going to 2 rounds in the play-in to get the 8th seed. At best, the Lakers will face the Minnesota Timberwolves, which should be an ability for the Lakers to beat them in the first round. But you never know the status of if you know Carl Anthony Towns, if he will play in that game, which I don't think he will, because he did suffer a big injury a couple of months ago. So it is something that maybe Lakers will have a chance at and maybe knock out the the Sacramento, sorry, the Minnesota Timberwolves. But if the Lakers do face like a team, let's see, like the Dallas Mavericks maybe, or the Sacramento Kings, if they get the 6th seed, then it will be a huge possibility that maybe the Lakers or maybe the Nuggets will get knocked out in the first round. But I just don't really see it happening. But it'll be a miracle if that happens for sure. So I agree with you for sure, Turbo, on your answer right there. Sorry to say, but Darvin Ham needs to go. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talks that he will potentially, a lot of Laker fans want him to leave and get a new coach. But my question to you guys is that, who is out there? Who is out there the Lakers will pursue to replace him? At best, I really like Nick Nurse, the head coach for the 76ers, which I still think that his job is not in jeopardy for him to get fired anytime soon. So he's out of the question. The only coach that I am thinking about that could be a good replacement, um, uh, oh, he- okay, let's see. His face. I just don't know his name at the moment, but like Phil Handy is another guy. But once again, it's another scenario with Darvin Ham. He is going to be a first time head coach in this league. So, but at the same time, he does have that favorability towards players when it comes to being like a player's coach. So that's another scenario. But knowing the Lakers now, they it doesn't seem like they're going to get rid of him anytime soon. Maybe his third year as an NBA head coach will be in jeopardy. That will be the one where the Lakers will test Darvin Ham if he is capable of doing coaching well, doing right rotations, and just winning games where it should be winnable games. So, it's going to be judged by him in the third year as a head coach. That's what I do when it comes to a first year head coach. I judge a first time head coach in his third year in the NBA. So, coaching in the NBA. That's just me. I mean, I'm not sure about everyone else, but that's just me. But you know, he's in that conversation for sure. I mean, that most teams are calling for him to. No, sorry, most players or most fans are calling for him to get fired, but knowing the Lakers, they're going to keep him for at best another year. When it comes down to it, new new head coach. Players will step up. Lakers head coach is soft and do not know how to keep winning. Yeah, the Lakers did go on a 5-game winning streak, so let's give credit where credit is due. Sure, it's the players, but most of that had to do with the coaching as well. So let's give some credit to what Darvin Ham has done so far this season. I mean, the guy after the season is over, will still have a winning record. He has have a good winning record for the past 2 seasons now with the Los Angeles Lakers. In his first year, he reached the Western Conference Finals. Second year, he won the NBA first ever NBA in season tournament. So that's why I think the Lakers will still keep him around when it comes down to it. So for another year at best. So I think the third year will be his judgment, his moment of if he's going to stick with the Lakers for another year because he did sign a 4-year contract with the Lakers, and it's kind of times up with Rob Pelinka's contract. So it's kind of fitting that maybe the Lakers will go into that particular direction. But it is another possibility that he will stick around for another year. I mean, that's where I kind of see where the Lakers' are mindset is when it comes down to it. So, but yeah, I mean, for sure, Turbo, I get it. And most Laker fans, I get it as well. There's frustrations towards Darvin Ham and how he coached in this game, and it's just benching, some, in certain moments in certain games where it should be benched when it comes to certain players, but you know the Lakers all around this game, they were just not in it. Not the energy in this game was just not in it. And like I said, when it came to those turnovers, it was also key as well of the Lakers losing this game. But the shooting was just horrible out there tonight. I mean, like I said, the Lakers shot 16% from the three, the worst percentage this season for the Lakers. I mean, I'm not sure about any others, games, but this one was the worst shooting efforts from this Lakers team. And we can blame a lot of people. I'm seeing the comment coming here from Daniel. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Bad loss, yo, everyone. Yeah, I mean, it was a bad loss for sure. And blame D'Lo. Yeah, D'Lo had a bad game, and he did go 0 of 6 from the three. So yeah, not a bad game for him, but he has been on a tear when it comes to his shooting for the past couple of games when we went on this 5-game winning streak. So it's one of those type of moments where it was like, he should have played better in this game, especially against the Indiana Pacers tonight. But it's just a bad situation where it's just wasn't his night. Along with Austin Reaves, who did go 1 of 7 from the three. So, like I said, the Lakers shot 16% from the three. So it was a bad shooting night for the Los Angeles Lakers. Probably the worst this season. But my hope is, and I think maybe you will agree with me on this, Daniel, is that the Lakers do have an opportunity to go on a 3-game winning streak after this loss. They'll be facing Sunday against the Brooklyn Nets, which should be an opportunity where they can win it. I mean, I know last matchup they faced the Brooklyn Nets, they lost, but maybe they will bounce back from this loss and show some motivation and get a win potentially in Brooklyn. But we just have to wait and see about that. Then they have Toronto, where it's going to be a back-to-back game against for the Lakers when it comes to the Toronto Raptors and also the Washington Wizards. So, like I said, Lakers did come out pretty close in those particular matches, especially the Washington Wizards game. But and also the Brooklyn Nets game where they teared it up in the first half last time, but they collapsed in the second half against the Brooklyn Nets last time, and it's just didn't go well for sure. But maybe this time around they will win potentially on Sunday. But we just have to wait and see about that for sure. And that could be a potential turnaround after this loss. Maybe Lakers go on a 3-game winning streak, but sort of remains to be seen if that will potentially happen. With 8 games remaining of this NBA season, every win counts. And I think this is an opportunity where Lakers will stack up some wins with this 3-game winning streak. And then they return home after the Washington's game and their road trip and potentially get maybe a win against the Cleveland Cavaliers at home in LA, but and then they just stay home for three games. Then they go back on the road to face the Memphis Grizzlies, and I think there's another game after that. Then I think and I can look it up. Okay, I don't know why I'm guessing, but just looking at the April's game. I mean, they face the Brooklyn Nets on Sunday, and then they go into a new month in April. April 2nd on Tuesday, they'll face the Toronto Raptors in the next game, which is a back-to-back game. It's going to be Wednesday, April 3rd at Washington. So that could be an easy winnable game there. Then they go back at home, face the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then they face the Minnesota Timberwolves at home, then the Golden State Warriors at home, and then 2 games on the road to end the season. With the Memphis Grizzlies, which should be a win there for the Lakers. And then the New Orleans Pelicans, who I think is going to be a very tough matchup for the Lakers because how well they've been playing this season. I mean, I believe they're the 4th seed in the Western Conference. So, it is another opportunity where the Lakers just, may lose that particular game, but maybe end this NBA season on a strong note of where they're at within the standings. But like I said, in order that to happen, other teams need to lose their games for the Lakers to have a better shot within the standings. But you know, we just have to wait and see about that for sure. Without a doubt, I mean, if you just do that, the Lakers will be in a better situation within the standings for sure. So, Um, but let's see here from Daniel. LeBron turnovers too. Yeah, I mean, it was a bad game, but when it came down to it, the shooting was bad, and the energy was bad, but the turnovers was also bad out there tonight. Lakers, I believe, had 16 turnovers to the Indiana Pacers. That I think they only had maybe 6 or 8 turnovers in this game. So the turnovers was also key, and most of that came from LeBron James, who just looking at his numbers, he had a not so great night, out there in Indiana, putting up a double double with 16 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three. So, like I said, shooting was just horrible for the Lakers tonight. and then 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 5 turnovers, tying Austin Reaves with 5 turnovers as well, who he also had a bad shooting night. I mean, even though he did put up 13 rebounds and had a solid night at 16 points, but his offense was just bad out there tonight for the Lakers. But LeBron James, he just didn't have the best night out there tonight. And then, with the return of Anthony Davis, I mean, you can say that he is the player of the game, but, he also was just not feeling himself out there tonight. I mean, he just wasn't himself out there tonight, having 24 points, went 9 of 17 from the field. So that kind of tells you right there that he struggled offensively. But at the same time, I mean, he did manage to give us 15 rebounds out there. So give credit where credit is due when it comes to his efforts trying to help this team win this game. But just the effort, the energy was just lacking from this Lakers team, and the turnovers was bad, and the shooting was awful out there tonight. So for sure, I agree with you on that. The Rockets won 11 straight, but Warriors keep winning. Yeah, I mean, if the Warriors keep winning, I mean, what's the point of the Houston Rockets continuing to win games if they are not going to participate uh, at best the play in? So they can do what the Utah Jazz is doing, or just other teams that's below them, and just lose some games and have better shot within the standings in the draft order. So, but you never know. I mean, 8 games remaining, anything could happen. The Warriors could lose some games, and the Rockets will continue to win. So, once again, it's just another opportunity where it just sucks to see that to see the Warriors winning. But at the same time, I mean, it's just the Rockets are winning. I mean, what's the point? What's the point of you winning if the Warriors are winning games? So, but the good news is the Suns lost tonight, so it is a good thing there. I mean, it kind of gives the Lakers more opportunities to just stack up within the standings and move up within the standings, and just have a better situation where they're at with the ninth seed. So if they lose games and the Lakers wins some, it will be good for the Lakers for sure. Yeah, I mean, the Indiana Pacers, the players tonight, I mean, they all played very well out there tonight. I mean, Siakam played great out there tonight, but, it was just the effort. The efforts was just, not there for the Lakers. The energy was just off out there tonight, but maybe they will have a bounce back game, a win potentially against the Brooklyn Nets, which the Nets, yeah, it should be an easy winnable game. I mean, they're not the Nets, they're not going to win anything. I mean, they're not in the playoff contention. So what's the point of getting a win against the Lakers on Sunday? I mean, you're not going to win anything. I mean, that's just, if you want to beat the Lakers, it's just for bragging rights or just something like that. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's why I said I think this loss tonight will give the Lakers opportunity to just bounce back. And I think that will potentially happen. I mean, they will win potentially on Sunday, and then they go into what do you call it? The back-to-back games against Toronto Raptors and the Washington Wizards. So that could be a 3-game winning streak there. Then return home, face the Cleveland Cavaliers. That could be a win because the Lakers do play well at home than they do on home away games. So it is a potential. Maybe the Lakers will go on a streak, but we just have to wait and see about that. And like I said, with D'Angelo Russell having an off game, it will give him an opportunity to play against one of his former teams in the Brooklyn Nets, along with Spencer Dinwiddie getting a revenge game against his former team, where everywhere, sorry, where it all started for him. The Brooklyn Nets was like his stomping grounds, where he started for that team, went back a couple of times after being traded to the Dallas Mavericks, and it was just an opportunity where he thrived with the Brooklyn Nets, and now this will give him an opportunity to get a revenge game against them, along with D'Angelo Russell potentially. But it's all team effort. So I want all the Lakers to step up in that particular game as well. But it's going to be very important for those two guys to get those wins for sure. Yeah, 3 game winning streak. Yeah, I mean, it's going to potentially happen. I think. I mean, Lakers will end this road trip that they're on with 5-1 if it happens. If they win in those 3 game winning streaks on the road to finish off this road trip. So yeah, that would be a huge accomplishment for the Lakers, and it was just give them more opportunities to just stack up some wins because these are key winnable games. That's ahead of them after this loss tonight. So if they win those games, and maybe get the Cleveland Cavaliers game, which saw your comment there. I mean, Daniel, if Donovan Mitchell is returning, that could be a tough uh, matchup for the Lakers if he does return on Sunday. No, on the when the Lakers return home after this road trip. So, but it is an opportunity though. It is an opportunity for the Lakers to just stack up those wins. And it just gives Lakers more close to end the season on a strong note. 3 game winning streak. They basically will have um, 5 games remaining of the NBA season to just get some wins there. Probably will lose some games here and there, but you never know. I mean, they are going to return home where they do play well at home. So, that's why I said maybe the Cleveland Cavaliers will be a win because it is at home. But at the same time, it's going to be questionable for that particular matchup. And, they'll be facing the Minnesota Timberwolves after that. Then they face the Golden State Warriors, which is no cakewalk. I mean, they are a really good team. So, especially when they're making a playoff push. So, you know, it is going to be a tough next couple of games after the road trip if the Lakers just don't live up to the expectations of just winning those. Exactly, winning those games. I mean, those are also key, but at the same time, I mean, they're going to be toughies for sure. They're going to be tough uh, matchups. But again, it is a home game. The Lakers do play well at home. So, and I just got it right here. Their stats this season. The Lakers, they went 27-12 at home compared to away games where they're like 15-21. So if Lakers play better at home than they do at away games. So, absolutely, I agree with you. I mean, it is going to be a questionable matchups for sure, especially the Warriors, which I think because the way that they're winning some games in this small stretch of this NBA season, it is going to be a very, very tough next couple of 8 games for the Lakers. But if they just win those 3 games on the road, uh, you know, beating Brooklyn, beating Toronto, and Washington, it is going to be an easy next 5 games that the Lakers will just do their best and stack up as much wins in those final stretches. So, but at best they can win. They can maybe win Minnesota, but it is it is questionable at the moment because they did beat the Denver Nuggets tonight. So um, let's see. Yeah, I mean, and if they can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, that'll be great. It's just one of those 3 games they have to get a win in. That I just that's my hope. And then they go back on the road to face uh, the Memphis Grizzlies, which should be an easy winnable game. And then they have I believe they have um, the New Orleans Pelicans to finish off this NBA season with it's going to be a potential loss. I don't know about that, but it sort of depends if the Lakers will finish off this NBA season strong. But we just have to wait and see. But the key is, and this is the conclusion of my talk here, is that the Lakers just win their 3 game winning streaks on this road after this loss. You know, beat Brooklyn, beat Toronto, beat Washington, and then just these 5 game stretches after that, try to win some games and hope that the rest of the teams around you, the Suns, the Kings, and the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks, if they lose their games, I think the Lakers are in a good situation where they're at within the standings. So, and at best, the seventh seed. The seventh seed is their best route for them to end this season on a strong note. That's my hope is because the sixth seed is a long shot for me. You never know; it could happen because it's in reach. Because, like I said, the Dallas Mavericks they're going back and forth with the Suns along with the Sacramento Kings. So any moment, if those teams lose their games, the Lakers will get moved up in the standings. So they're like 2, maybe 1 game away from moving up within the standings. So maybe 3 games away to get the sixth seed. But it is something that the Lakers just have to hopefully wait and see if they can pull it off or not. So, but yeah, for sure. Samurai Beast Warrior, welcome to the live stream. This game made me mad. Yeah, it was frustrating. It was disappointing for all Laker fans to see this loss tonight. But for me, in my last live stream, I was kind of hesitant to say the Lakers will win this particular matchup, even though they did beat them a couple of times this season, especially the big one in the NBA in-season tournament to win the championship cup. So it was a close one for sure, where they did beat them, especially also the second big one where they went into overtime, I believe, or maybe it was. I mean, I think about some other game, but they came out with the scoring in the last matchup that they face one another. So Lakers did beat them a couple of times this season in the past. So it is, sorry, a couple of games this season. So it is um, something that I was expecting that they will show some effort and energy, but they just didn't tonight. It was unfortunate. Um, Brunson had 61 and lost. I mean, I kind of like Jalen Brunson because how well he's playing for the New York Knicks, but at the same time, I mean, I'm like, how do you lose? Let me see, who did they play? Who did they play? Let's see. Oh, the Spurs. Oh my gosh. It is. It's bad, especially when you put up 61 and then lose. I mean, that's just bad right there. But he is good. He's a special player. He is balling for the New York Knicks. So you know, besides that, sucks that you lost to the Spurs though. Samurai Beast Warrior. I took my anger out on on the cops. Oh, on you mean GTA? I'm seeing your comments here. Yeah, I mean, it was. I'm a gamer, but it is. Take your frustrations out on a game. I mean, don't take it on to anybody else or any of you. Please don't. I mean, because it's just a game. So if you're feeling angry, just play GTA or something. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, just take out your frustrations. For me, when Lakers lose games, I just work out. Just do the boxing. So you know that's how I relieve anger. So let's see here. Mavs just won. Yeah, because I didn't know who to root for this in this game. I was because it was the Kings, and they're kind of like a similar situation within the standings with the Dallas Mavericks and the Suns. So I guess you could say it's good that the Kings lost this game, but at the same time, it's like I need the Dallas Mavericks to lose this game because you don't know who to root for, within the standings. So it sucks, but at the same time, at least the Suns lost tonight. So that's good news there for the Lakers um, because of the standings. And I think after this, Nothing changes, or no, I think it does changes. Oh no, no, they stay where they're at. No, the Dallas Mavericks, they stay where they're at. So, it is sucks. It sucks to see, but at the same time, that's why it's important the Lakers win their games, and at the same time, they have to hope that other teams lose their games. So they have a better standing in the Western Conference. So, you know, it's still a waiting game where the Lakers have to be at in the standings. So, uh, let's see here. The bright side, a Dodgers are winning. Yeah, yeah. I believe a couple of days ago was it opening day for baseball? Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to seeing what the Dodgers are going to be because of Otani. So it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for them. I want them to win for sure. So really great to see all of you talking about it. Cool. But yeah, I mean, they're 6-3. Is that their record right now? No, they're 2-1. You're talking about the score. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to win it tonight. There's no doubt for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. If you haven't yet, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. So, and I'm sorry if I'm not getting into the baseball aspect of this conversation. It's because I'm not so much of a baseball fan. I mean, I will root for the Dodgers, but anything. That's all what I'm going to do because my knowledge the of baseball is not so interesting. I don't find it interesting that much because I don't know. It kind of, you know, blasphemy for me to say it, but it's just I'm not a huge baseball fan. I mean, I'm more of a basketball fan, football fan, American football, and boxing. I do dab into the wrestling, pro wrestling things, but it is. That's my knowledge of sports and UFC, as well. You can add that to the list. But baseball, hockey, not so much. I mean, I root for just the top teams. I mean, I root for the Avs because I live in Denver, but I root for the Lakers, the Denver Broncos, and I also root for the Dodgers as well. So, as well, I am also a Rockies fan, but I don't. I'm kind of disappointed with them for this past couple of years, so I haven't been really rooting for them lately. But because they have been a failed franchise for the last couple of years. So, but the Dodgers, they did good by getting uh, Otani. Otani, it is a good move on their part, and they're going to win some games now with that superstar for sure. So let's see here. Oh, okay, I'll answer this. Thoughts on yeah, Otani, yeah, Otani. Hopefully, I said his name right. My apologies. Um, Thoughts on Josh Reynolds, Broncos? Not so much. I mean, I'm still considering the Lakers. Sorry, the Denver Broncos as a rebuild where they're at right now after trading for Russell Wilson, or not trading, releasing him and trading Jerry Judy. Even though they got bad drafts in return for him, in my opinion, I think at best we should have got like a second round pick out of him. But it is what it is, because Sean Payton is basically running this team after getting rid of Russell Wilson, which I think maybe if you would have kept him, I think he would have a much better year in his third year with the Denver Broncos. But that's just me. But Josh Reynolds, though, I mean, when I'm hearing that this is a good pickup for the Denver Broncos, but at the same time, I mean, you're basically replacing Jerry Judy, who, didn't make a lot of difference for the Lakers. Sorry, for the Denver Broncos past couple of years. But, what I've heard and what most people are comparing when it comes to Josh Reynolds is that he is like a Cortland Sutton type of player. So he will make some deep deep catches for you. He may make some really good routes when it comes to catching balls, but uh, as far as I know, I don't know a lot about him, but it is a signee that could help the Denver Broncos at the wide receiver position after trading Jerry Judy. Um, it is a good pickup. But for the past, since the free agency started for the Denver Broncos, they haven't really went after some key players because of the release of Russell Wilson, and you have to just deal with the money that you have after having, I believe, like a $37 dead cap hit. So because you released Russell Wilson, so it is so far next couple of years is going to be a rebuild for the Denver Broncos, but my hope is it won't be a long rebuild because they have the capabilities of being a really good team, maybe in the future. But when you don't have a good quarterback, I'm not sold on the current quarterback that we have on this team, my Denver Broncos. But it is that's why I'm not so optimistic for this upcoming next season for the NFL for the Denver Broncos. So, but I will still root for them, though. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But it's just they're not going to win anything, when it comes to reaching the playoffs. But you never know. Maybe we'll see what they do in the draft. If they do draft a quarterback in the first round, I think JJ McCarthy for me is not somebody that I think the Denver Broncos should draft. I mean, draft the best player available. And I think they should go on the defensive side of the ball, of the players. Maybe get another CB to pair up with Pac Surtain, who I want the Denver Broncos to keep as long as possible because he is something special. He is a future. He's like a game changer for the NFL when it comes down to his skill set, what he can bring to the table for the past next couple of years as part of the NFL and for the Denver Broncos. So, but yeah, I mean, that's my knowledge. That's my talk about the Denver Broncos and the NFL. I really do appreciate you bringing that up, Daniel. You've been a subscriber for a very long time on here, and I did mention the Broncos a couple of times on this on my numerous live streams. So I'm glad you remember that. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm a Broncos fan through and through. So it is. A team that I root for, but lately they have been very disappointing, and it's all because of the bad decision making from our new owners, and it's just and also the coaches, especially the now we have with Sean Payton. Sure, he's a quarterback guru. We should respect him for that, but at the same time, I think the that the power is getting to his head. So he's trying to be like the next Bill Belichick. That's just me. So it is. He's really you know controlling this team with an iron fist. So it is, and it's not really looking well when it comes to building this team and just it just doesn't seem the way that they're building this team that they're going to win anything next season. So you know it is something that I think it's going to take the Denver Broncos a while to get where they're at when it comes to getting the right quarterback, a franchise quarterback, and just try to be a playoff team. Uh, but in the next couple of years, so it's a waiting game. And the thing that really disappointed me most, though, is that they released one of the best uh, safeties for the Denver Broncos in Justin Simmons, who he was just uh, a guy that was beloved for Bronco fans. I mean, Justin Simmons was something special, especially a guy who was in his 30s and still, you know, going out there and giving you still like the best interceptions for the past 8 years with in his NBA in his NFL career. So it sucks to see him go just to save money. So it is sucks, but honestly one of the worst decisions of the Denver Broncos. Second was releasing Russell Wilson, who I think just give him another year. I think he would have been a really you know very helpful me for this team. But it is what it is. So that's my. I'm done with talking to Denver Broncos now. I really appreciate it, Daniel, for bringing that up, and thank you for remembering I'm a Broncos fan. So even though they're not doing so well, so really appreciate it. Let's see here, more comments coming in from Ghetto Rabbit. Where was D'Lo? You tell me. Well, he was just a bad game effort out there tonight for him. Going 0-6 from the three and just 6 points out there. He was a no-show. He just didn't. He just had a bad game along with Austin Reaves, who also went 1 of 7 from the three. And just this team in general just had bad shooting out there tonight. They averaged 16% from the three, one of the worst shootings this season for the Lakers. So, this is one of them. There's probably some worse ones, but this was one of them to this season. So, yeah, he was just a no-show, but I think he will bounce back once he faces his former team in the Brooklyn Nets, along with Spencer Dinwiddie as well. So, you know, we just have to wait and see if the Lakers will just go on a 3-game winning streak after this loss. But you know, it's something that I hopefully they will for sure. Thinking about Brooklyn, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think we're all thinking about Brooklyn. uh, yeah, I mean, it's just another situation where Lakers just have to do what they can to win some games and finish off this NBA season strong and have a much better shot within the standings of where they want to be. I The goal is for me is to get the 7th seed, and at best, if other teams continue to lose, the 6th seed will be a miracle for the Lakers to get. But it's just a waiting game. What other teams will do if they lose theirs, but the Lakers will win theirs, it is a miracle. The Lakers will pull that off. So, but yeah, for sure. And man, I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. And I'm seeing the comments. Samurai Beast Warrior, I'm seeing your comments. I just, you're frustrated about Darvin Ham. I get it. And all Laker fans are frustrated, but I just don't see him getting fired. I really don't. And yeah, LeBron James, he's his own head coach. He doesn't, I think he doesn't really get, listens to Darvin Ham as much because, he's already a really good player and knows how to win games even without the coaching aspect. For me, I mean, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but yeah, I think he does get some advice, some wisdom, I guess, from Darvin Ham and his past coaches in the past. But I think Darvin Ham is sorry, LeBron James does respect Darvin Ham for sure. So, but needs to be fired. I mean, yeah, I get it. I really do. But I just don't see the Lakers getting rid of him. Maybe his third year will be the test if he remains with the with the Los Angeles Lakers. But we just have to wait and see about that because he did win the NBA in-season tournament, the first ever that the NBA implemented this season. So you know, I just don't see the Lakers doing that. And just tell me, I mean, who is out there the Lakers will hire? Juwan Howard, who he just came to mind for me. Juwan Howard, Phil Handy. It's just I just don't see anybody, that is, you know, reasonable type of signee at the head coaching position. That's why I'm picking names. I even mentioned them. Nick Nurse. I would love to have Nick Nurse as the new head coach for the for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, But he's still with the 76ers, and I think he's going to stick with them in for a lengthy period. So, but who's out there? I don't know. I really don't know. I have nobody in the top of my mind that the Lakers could pursue to hire for a new head coaching job. I just don't. I mean, you never know. I mean, it's a long shot. Maybe Ty Lue, maybe he will get fired. You never know. You never know because the LA Clippers are not doing pretty well for themselves. Sure, they're the fifth seed, but they haven't been that successful this season and past before. So, but yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know anybody that the Lakers will replace at the head coaching position. You can say LeBron, but it is it's he's not the head coach. He's the player. You know, he's the player. I just don't. He's his own head coach. I mean, he will coach some of his teammates on the sidelines and just tell them to do this and do that instead of listening to the coach. And it happens multiple times. I mean, Kobe did it before during his time. And yeah. I mean, I wish Kobe was alive so he can could have been the Lakers coach. Yeah, I mean, I think Kobe would have not taken the job because he's more into during his living. He was into his daughters lives, and especially Gigi, who was just the light of his world, and just you know coaching her, and coaching the Mamba Academy, and it was just a good moment there that he was just being the dad, and not focusing so much uh, on the NBA and the Lakers. Sure, he attended games with his daughter and showed some support for the Lakers, but I just don't see him coaching at the NBA level, especially the Lakers. So maybe manageable if he was still alive. I think he would have been in the management role, if anything, but or maybe the owner role because how much money he was making. But yeah, I sure miss Kobe Bryant, and he would have been criticizing the Lakers, but with good reason because this is not the Lakers that he supported if they keep losing games, easy winnable games this season. So for sure. I mean, it'll be nice, but I just don't see if Kobe was still alive. I don't think he will get the job, or he wants to coach. So we just have to wait and see what the offseason will hold for the Lakers. Will they somehow fire Darvin Ham at the end of the season? Maybe. But I just don't see it happening because of his accomplishments that he has achieved in his first and second year. Going to the Western Conference Finals in his first year as a head coach, then his second year getting the NBA in-season tournament, the first ever championship cup. So, with that and him still having a winning record. I mean, after this season, he's still going to be having a winnable record at the end of it. So, you just don't get rid of a head coach that easily in his that's so close. So, I think his third year potentially with the Lakers will be judged for sure, and his job will be on the line for sure. So, we just have to wait and see. I think then if he does have a bad season or just doesn't take the Lakers a to higher heights, within the standings, or just being competitive in the Western Conference, being like the fourth seed, maybe the third seed or second at best next season, then yeah, if he doesn't, then yeah, his job will be on the line next year for sure. But right now, I don't think the Lakers will get rid of him. I just don't see it happening. I really don't. And it's sad to say it, but at the same time, I mean, just looking at his accomplishments, as I said, it's going to be a big part of the Lakers' reasoning of not getting rid of Darvin Ham so soon. So just saying, Samurai Beast Warrior, it's just not going to happen. You can, I can, I feel it. I feel all of you, but at the same time, it's just I don't see it happening. I really don't. But and on that note, I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and follow me all across social media. I really appreciate all the love, support you guys have shown me all across social media, and of course on this channel, ZLN on YouTube. Once again, I want to thank Samurai Beast Warrior. I want to thank uh, Daniel Ghetto Rabbit for you guys' comments and you and all of the and also Turbo. I really appreciate you as well for your comments as well, and all of you for commenting on this live stream. We went 1 hour. And I really loved the conversation that we had on here, especially me talking about my Denver Broncos, which was just it was sad to talk about them because, them being in rebuild mode. But at the same time, I mean, any chance that I get, I will talk about the Denver Broncos. And I think I will go live once the NFL draft happens next month. So, stay tuned for that because I will be going live for for the Denver Broncos, you know, draft pick selection because I just don't know what they're going to do with that 12th overall pick. Will they draft a quarterback or maybe draft a defensive player? Maybe, will they trade up? Will they trade down? It sort of remains to be seen. It's really up in the air what the Denver Broncos will do. So if you want to see my reaction of when the Denver Broncos will draft their um, their pick in the first round, please hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel so you'll be in the know when I go live for that particular um, special live stream for the Denver Broncos in the NFL draft of 2024. But as always, I do go live for every single Lakers post game show. So please make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, follow me all across social media, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Once again, thank you, Beast Warriors, Samurai Beast Warrior, Daniel. I really appreciate you, and also Ghetto Rabbit and Turbo for you guys' comments. I really appreciate the conversation that we had on here, and I hopefully will see you all in the next live stream and the next video. And I really appreciate all of your love, support you guys have shown me. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there, and just take it easy.